there, viewers! Do you sometimes hear people speak and think, gee, they're sure having an intellectual conversation. They must be into some wild podcasts. This happens to me quite a bit, but it's important to know that you're actually more intelligent than you realize. Let's talk about 9 of the signs in today's video. Are you constantly curious about the meaning of life? Are you highly adaptable to strange environments? Wait, is being funny really a sign that you're smart? Number 1. You're funnier than others. To put it simply, smart people have a hilarious sense of humor. It serves them well throughout life. Do you have people complimenting how funny you are? Do people laugh when you say something? This might be a sign of your intelligence. Funny people often see irony where others don't. They're also quick to comment on it with a sarcastic tone and witty perspective. If you're noticing something peculiar, you're often the first one to say something. This is usually followed by laughter. I'll give you an example. Say someone you know on social media has been writing statuses criticizing people for going out and spending too much money on useless things. You're usually the one who sees the hilarious hypocrisy in their statement. Every Facebook picture they take is of a new outfit or flashy watch. Not only that, they're certainly not shy about their Caribbean vacation they took. Looks like this person could spend a little less also. A study from 2011 showed that people who wrote funny captions on witty cartoon pictures usually score high on tests for verbal intelligence. Professional comedians also do well in this area. What's your favorite thing to laugh at? Do you enjoy comedy? Sound off in the comment section and start a conversation with our bestie community. Number 2. You show more empathy. Can you tell what a person is thinking just by looking at their facial expression? This can be a sign that you're smarter. Highly intelligent people not only understand a person's emotions by seeing a sad look on their face, they notice something's off with their entire vibe. They can almost feel what you're thinking. Smart people express a lot of empathy for people around them. If a person is going through something, you know just how to act. You're aware of your place in this situation. You're not saying anything inappropriate or behaving in a way that's hurtful. This is all part of displaying emotional intelligence. Number 3. You're always procrastinating. Now, this one seems a bit off. I mean, aren't smart people good at preparing for things ahead of time? Well, it all depends on the importance of the tasks. You see, smart people are able to prioritize better than others. They realize that things of greater importance should be taken care of first. If there's something on their to-do list that's relatively minor, then they're going to set it aside. But there is a conflicting argument. While scheduling and organizing would be seen as a more intelligent way to handle things, experts suggest smart people are more likely to put off the important tasks. This can work to their advantage. Some of the brightest minds have come up with their best ideas when they've procrastinated. This gives them more time to think and potentially come up with the next big thing. Take Steve Jobs, for example. This tech giant passed on several opportunities. In the end, the innovations he did go through with changed the world. This was because of the thought that was put into them. Do you find yourself procrastinating all the time only to come up with something meaningful in the end? Well, you might be a great mind in the making. Number 4. You often think about the meaning of life. It takes a really intelligent person to think about the bigger questions. We're often so caught up in the madness of day-to-day life, we don't stop to think about what's beyond our understanding. For a really smart person, this is their entire day, at least a big chunk of it, and it can drive them crazy. If you're the kind of person who is constantly wondering about the universe, it's a sign that you're operating out of greater intelligence. You're usually the person who sits at the table and offers up philosophical questions about the point of everything. To your friends, you might seem like a bit of a downer, but for you, it's something of deep concern. Before we continue, care to get a little wacky? Why don't you check out our recent video on what happens to your body when you don't wear underwear? Now back to our discussion on 9 signs you're smarter than you realize. Number 5. You practice discipline. For most of us locked in our house at the moment, it's likely you've had some time freed up. This unfortunately comes with new unhealthy habits. If you're laying around with nothing to do, these bad habits will probably come in the form of overeating and drinking. Now, I'm not saying that people who overindulge in junk food don't have a head on their shoulders. Everyone's got a vice after all. But having self-control and eating chips in moderation is a huge step forward many people wouldn't dare take. This all goes back to priority. If a smarter person has goals, such as getting into terrific physical shape, they're able to organize the steps to get there. I'm trying to get abs. In that case, maybe I should hold off on the Oreos. There are all kinds of things you think about. Because of your end reward, you'll have better motivation to control your urges. In a study from 2009, researchers found that people who paid larger amounts practiced more self-control. This keeps them on the right path. The same people scored higher on intelligence tests. Number 6. You adapt to new environments. Do you find that you're able to blend in easily? Let's say you get a new job. Do you mingle well with your coworkers? Are you good at small talk? Smart people observe their surroundings. From here, they're able to determine what's appropriate and what isn't. If people beside them are talking about basketball, then they take it upon themselves to brush up on their sports knowledge. This way they fit in. An intelligent person can thrive in many different settings. Their brain allows them to change their behavior in order to fit in with their surroundings. Now, I know what you're thinking. This has kind of a predatory vibe. I don't mean morphing into a different personality, I just mean dialing it back a little bit. If you're a naturally loud and fun-loving person who was just hired for their first office job, you're not going to walk into work clutching a tall can of beer, are you? Unless your boss is a wild character, you're probably going to get fired. Instead, you need to tone yourself down and behave in an appropriate manner for an office. This means not letting loose at the office Christmas party. Number 7. You're always up at night. It's been said that the smarter you are, the later you stay up. And I don't mean just sitting on the couch and catching up on Netflix. You're usually doing something productive with your time. Is there an assignment you need to finish? Do you have an exam coming up? A person who uses their time at night to get ahead in their studies is probably pretty sharp. A 2009 study looked at the childhood IQ of young adults. The ones who had really high IQs also happened to stay up later and sleep in. Number 8. You're open-minded. In divided times like these, it's hard to understand the perspective of others. And if you're seeing the world through the internet only, it's twice as hard. Intelligent people have it a little easier when it comes to this. While they don't have to agree or even sympathize with people, they can at least understand where they're coming from. Are you able to consider another person's perspective? Are your debates more civil because of this? That's probably because you're smarter than you realize. When deciding which side you fall on, you look at multiple sources and try to get a fair and balanced view of the evidence. Number 9. You're always anxious. Smart people worry a lot. Remember how I said you're always looking for answers to the bigger questions? Well, this counts for the small questions as well. You're always thinking about the various possibilities and what might happen in the future. This means you sometimes read into things a little more than you should. All of a sudden, the smallest, silliest, least likely possibility becomes your number one thought. Sometimes there's so much happening upstairs you don't even know what you're worried about. There's just this feeling of doom. Well, it's important to fight this. After all, we have no control over our thoughts. If it makes you feel better, this is what intelligent people go through on the regular. It means you're aware of various possibilities, even ones that are unlikely. Yup, the human brain sure is wild. I bet you want to know more about it all of a sudden. Well, I've got a couple things to show you. Why don't you click on our video about 9 foods that boost your brain function and memory, or about the 6 supplements that help you build a better brain. Go ahead and pick one. Learn more about how to boost the health of your brain. Have you noticed any of the signs we talk about in this video? Let us know in the comments below.